Hello, everyone. This is a Joy Rachel broadcasting today with a message on DNA key codes and Inner Earth and why you should care and why you should jump in to level 1 of the Inner Earth Enigma School, which is all about DNA key codes. Also, if you're watching the replay, then type in replay at the bottom of this. It's always great to know that videos are getting some reach. And I channeled about this earlier today, and I've done channeling on it a couple months ago as well, when this school was first birthed into creation. I wasn't initially going to actually launch it this year, even though I had been giving a specific timeline. I was just like, I have a lot of stuff going on. Like, is this one more offering type thing going to confuse people about what I'm doing? Because I create so much with my Inner Earth connections and my galactic connections. So I have a lot of kind of offerings that are kind of swirling around, right? But today, yes, let's get back on track and let's focus on why do you want to sign up for DNA key codes with Inner Earth and through me. I've been sending out a lot of messages, and other people are like, hey, no, I'm already doing that. Hey, my team's already doing that. Or, oh, I've already done that. But the information that I receive back from when I read those messages is no, you're not doing this specific thing that I'm trying to convey, that Inner Earth DNA key code activations and encoding can do for you. And so I'm just going to read some of what I've down here. And this is the information that I got. This is information that I know, but I'm going to read it out. The Inner Earth, being activated into Inner Earth and having your DNA key codes activated, especially through me, I've heard this time and time again, especially over the last couple of weeks from my spirit team, and I've actually gone and read a bunch of channeling content that was channeling information for myself, from my team, from my higher self, from everything that I've channeled through since November of 2019. And a lot of the messages that I guess they weren't really hitting home, but it was that, I am unique. And I'm unique in that when I teach, when I speak, especially when I'm in a channeling mode. Right now, I'm not in a channeling mode. Intentionally in a channeling mode, if that makes sense. Is that what I teach when I'm channeling comes from higher consciousness that's channeled through me, and that is my one of my specific unique gifts that I have in my channeling ability. And why I'm a pioneer in channeling is how it is I'm able to receive high frequency, high consciousness information, able to bring it down to the earth plane to broadcast to you. And keep it in terms that are easily like understandable, that are simple to understand for like someone who's just starting at the spiritual level and someone who is like at like my level or almost at my level of it, my spiritual growth and personal growth and advancement, right? Let's see, channeling. Yes, so sometimes when I'm channeling information, when I like listen to it back, I'm like, okay, like, or sometimes like when I would write stuff, I would be like, well, like, I read some of the other things that other people are reading or writing, and they're like using like these like really big words and these really big terms and stuff. But sometimes when I read that, my team tells me to not read it, because some of the words don't actually like go together, if that makes sense. And also that it's also to show me that a lot of people may be put off by people who speak in like these like really big words and words that are hard to understand. And so that's part of what I do is I go up and I receive higher consciousness information and I bring it down and I use the power of my vocal technology. And we're just going to clarify here that my vocal technology isn't just an activation when I'm doing an Inner Earth enchantment, which may sound like this. That's how I do my Inner Earth vocal. I call them Inner Earth enchantments, but it's vocal sound tuning, vocal sound healing, right? So I'm not just activating and healing and clearing crap from you when I do those with specific intentions. Just by you listening to me speak is activating and clearing and healing on so many different levels for yourself, which makes the work that I do, especially when I'm going up there and I'm channeling information, is when it comes from higher consciousness or higher dimensions, it's giving you, the receiver, access to what it feels like to be in that higher vibration. And this allows you to actually stay in it a little bit longer because it's something that your body recognizes, right? It's like going into, like when you're like going into the lake, and especially as an adult, you're going into the lake and it's cold. And you put your feet in and you're like, oh no, that's too cold. And then you go in a little bit more, you inch forward, and then you're good. And then, and then you like leave the lake because you have to go to the washroom or you're hungry or whatever. So you get out of the lake. And then you go into it again, let's say an hour later, and doesn't have that like initial shock to your body, and you're able to get into the lake or ocean or whatever quicker, right? And that's the analogy that just popped in right now for everyone. So it allows your body to recognize that higher frequency and that higher dimension. It also, especially with this program that I'm doing, it also helps to rapidly release old paradigm belief systems. It rapidly unplugs you from the 3D matrix programming that is running. And there are so many different 3D matrix programs that are running out of there that you need to be unplugged from. And this allows the anchoring of codes into Inner Earth with more ease, with more people to receive, data drops required for Earth's ascension. So the really big picture, and these are the people that I want to work with, right? I want to work with high-level people who get the investment for all the work that I do, and see the big picture for themselves, for the planet, and for the galaxy. And so I'm just going to read now on the big picture. The big picture is that when we do this work together, when we activate your DNA key codes, is we're assisting Mother Earth in her ascension. We're assisting people across the globe in their collective awakening. We're actually making it easier for them. You know, if you look back at your spiritual journey and some of the ascension symptoms and flus and you know, like confusion stuff that you've had, like there's going to be like a mass there is a mass awakening that's happening. And so we're wanting to make it easier for them. The more people who are awake, the more people who come into their spiritual mission, the more people who learn how to spread their light, who realize that they're a global luminary, that they're a light that fuels the earth, that fuels the galaxy, that's like this fight against dark and light, then that is better for planet Earth. That's better for the universe. That's better for the galaxy. It also reduces ascension symptoms and ascension flus. Because we are programmed to not have access to the majority of our DNA. And part of that DNA process is having the ability to not experience the ascension flu, ascension symptoms, which look like, you know, like headaches, tiredness, fatigue. You know, like maybe if you're a woman, you're like in your 30s or 20s and you're like feel like you're going through menopause because you're having like these like hot flashes, and then you like get cold, and then you have these hot flashes and you're kind of like, what the heck is going on? Because that's a program that the majority of the collective is in, and that is in our DNA to keep us, it's to prevent us from rising up and continuing to do the work to increase our spiritual connection, to up level ourselves on a personal level as well. Because if you are feeling down in the dumps and shitty every time you go into an ascension process, every time you up level, what is the results of that? The results of that could be like you just being like, fuck it, I'm not going to do any work. Like, I'm not going to actively do work on bettering myself because it's too hard. Or you go into delaying it. You go, okay, well, I have this really big healing like in January, and holy fuck, I was like out of commission for months. I couldn't work. I couldn't do my job, so I lacked money and all of this stuff, and I was feeling like shit, and like I was a shit mom, or I was a shit wife, or whatever. And you're not able to like serve your clients. So then that makes you go sometimes on a conscious level go, no, I don't want to sign up for this big program to go through this healing transformation or whatever, because I don't want to be out of commission again. You see how that program is? Do you see how that program has ran in your life like up until now and is continuing to run? And your spirit team is asking you to like get out of that program, to unplug from it. And here, I'm just going to take a sip. So that you're able to serve at a higher level and at a deeper level and consistently. Yeah, I wrote down to get to work on your mission without delay, right? So you don't have this constant start, stop, start, stop, start, stop that happens. It's also so that we can receive more data drops, aka downloads, of receiving the whole chapter of what's trying to come through instead of a paragraph of scrambled info that sounds cryptic. It's like putting together a puzzle, but the pieces don't go together, but it's like you don't have the box, you know, that has what the picture's supposed to look like. And so you're just kind of like shoving in pieces that you think go together because, you know, like they kind of fit, and so you're fitting them together, and what is the end result of that? It's not pure. The message isn't pure. The message has lost a lot of its frequency. And this is also too, and I know I've gone through it as well. This has been a really, really big thing, and well, everyone's going through it with having like ringing and stuff in your ears, right? And it came down that the realization for the ringing in ears is it's high frequency, it's information that's trying to come through, but it can't get past the sound barrier. So it's basically like getting lost, right? And that creates you getting a paragraph instead of a chapter. You trying to shove the puzzles together, the puzzle piece together, but they actually don't fit. And things like that. Let's see. I'm going to go back to some notes. I thought, when I first got on, I thought this would be a 5-minute video. And it's not. Apologies. Okay, so I'm just going to read what I wrote. So it allows you to do your mission-led work of being a global luminary and continue to show up consistently because you're not tired, down, laid up, with not feeling well. It unplugs you. It unplugs you from your ego cage, thinking you place yourself in. Right? So it's like so that you're able to step out of the ego consciousness that is like, it feels like sometimes like it's in a jail, right? It's always like, no, we can't do this. What about these things? Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Like types of things. So it allows you to really access your pure like soul message from your higher self so that you're able to receive the higher consciousness information that is wanting to come down on the planet now. And this is unlike anything that is currently out there. That's the information that I've received. I don't do a whole lot of research on a lot of the things that I channel because I have learned to trust my spirit team and to trust that the people who are meant to take these programs, who are in my space, that you'll get it on an energetic soul level. Like even if it doesn't make sense to your logical humanness, ego brain, right? Which sometimes, a lot of the times, gets in the way, especially when we're looking to up level. When we're looking to up level, because your human ego-ness part of yourself goes, oh no, oh no, oh no, right? It's scared of the up level. And this also helps you to quantum fly, or like I like to call it hyper jump, where it's like you're going, instead of going from like here to here and staying here, you're just like going from or taking like this really big jump into, you know, the hyper jump into new dimensions and into new levels of consciousness, which your spirit team, your spirit guides, your galactic star families are all asking you to do. They're all asking you to quiet the voice that says, I can't, and to listen to what your soul pull is telling you to do. It's having this level of trust that you investing in yourself, you investing in your soul purpose mission will come back to you. That you will be like rewarded for that, right? Because we're holding the big picture of what our work is, and not getting stuck in the, well, where is this going to take me in 6 months? Or where is this going to put me in a year from now? Yeah, when we focus on the really big picture of it, then we really expand our energy, we expand our consciousness, we expand the level of things that are able to come in, and yeah. So if you're interested in the first level of the Inner Earth Enigma School, which is DNA Keycodes, it's 6 weeks. It's set to start August 11th. It's 6 weeks. Then put in a alien emoji or an Earth emoji down in the comments, and I will send you a message. And yeah, no enchantment today. No, just my voice. All right. I love you guys. You guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.